Tracks Thor, the return of the hero, and the rise of Vorlax. The loss of Mjolnir and the new threat. With the destruction of Mjolnir and the sacrifice of Tracks Thor, the balance of the Nine Realms seems temporarily restored. However, the absence of the legendary hammer generates a new wave of cosmic instability. Without the Mjolnir, HAAsgard's enemies see an opportunity to strike, and rumors arise that a powerful weapon, the Scepter of Ruin, is in the hands of an ancient and ruthless warrior, Vorlax, who wishes to conquer the kingdoms with his outsized strength. Meanwhile, Tracks Thor feels the weight of the loss of his power. He tries to find a new source of strength to protect HAAsgard and seeks Amoxdin's wisdom. Together, they discover that the only way to restore balance is to find the Forge of the Lost Gods, a mystical place where divine weapons are crafted. There, Tracks Thor will be able to forge a new artifact, but the path to the forge is dangerous and guarded by ancient creatures. The journey to the Forge of the Lost Gods, Tracks Thor, accompanied by Xylena and a group of warriors, embarks on a journey to find the forge. Along the way, they face various obstacles, such as interdimensional storms and ambushes by Vorlax's followers. During this journey, Tracks Thor begins to question his value as a hero without Mjolnir, feeling vulnerable for the first time since his exile on Earth. Xylena, who has now become a crucial support figure, reveals more about her own past, explaining that her dimension was destroyed by Vorlax and that her life mission is to defeat him. This sharing creates a stronger bond between Tracks Thor and Xylena, uniting them through pain and duty. While traveling, Tracks Thor and his group are confronted by Vorlax on an abandoned battlefield of ancient cosmic wars. Vorlax is an imposing warrior with armor forged in the flames of destruction and the Scepter of Ruin in his hand, radiating dark power. He reveals that he wishes to not only conquer HAAsgard, but also rewrite the history of the Nine Kingdoms, bringing chaos and disorder to the universe. The first battle between Tracks Thor and Vorlax is intense, but without his hammer, Tracks Thor finds himself at a great disadvantage. Vorlax appears invincible, and the group is forced to retreat to regroup. During this escape, Tracks Thor realizes that his strength lies not in a weapon, but in his leadership ability and courage. Arriving at the Forge of the Lost Gods, Tracks Thor and his allies encounter the Eternal Forgers, immortal beings who created the weapons of the gods. They agree to help Tracks Thor, but impose a condition. He must face a series of trials, both physical and spiritual, to prove that he is worthy to wield a new divine weapon. These trials test the limits of your patience, humility, and inner strength. While Tracks Thor goes through the trials, Xylena and the rest of the group defend the forge from the continued attacks of Vorlax, who now knows the location of the holy place. The pressure is mounting, and Tracks Thor must complete the trials before Vorlax destroys the forge. After overcoming the trials, Tracks Thor is presented with a new weapon, the Thunderbow, a celestial bow capable of channeling the power of the heavens into arrows of pure energy. Though very different from Mjolnir, the Arc of Thunder represents Tracks Thor's evolution as a hero and leader. He now understands that he does not need to depend on his old weapon to be worthy, but on his own integrity and wisdom. In the final confrontation with Vorlax and the Bow of Thunder in hand, Tracks Thor and his allies face Vorlax in a final battle in the ruins of the Fortress of the Eons, the villain's last bastion of resistance. The battle is grandiose, with lightning cutting through the skies and blasts of mystical energy. Vorlax uses the Scepter of Ruin to distort the surrounding reality, creating a chaotic scenario where time and space fragment. Tracks Thor, now more confident and skilled, uses the Bow of Thunder to battle Vorlax's warped forces, while Xylena and the remaining warriors take on the enemy armies. In the final moment, Tracks Thor fires a divine arrow that shatters the Scepter of Ruin and destroys Vorlax, ending the threat to the Nine Realms once and for all. With Vorlax defeated and balance restored, Tracks Thor returns to HAAsgard as a wiser and humbler hero. The Arch of Thunder is placed in the Hall of Heroes as a symbol of their journey and growth. HAAsgard enters a new era of peace, and Tracks Thor, now at peace with himself, prepares to lead the kingdom in times of prosperity, alongside Xylena, his new ally and friend.